sorry, I need a bit of help. Oh. Alright. Just a second, So what happened? We were cleaning the acequia, the water canals, and well, less. And this year I was like, okay, let's take it a little bit slower. But the third morning I really felt like, oh, and I said to Matthias, I feel like any moment something can just happen and snap, yeah. And then it just happened. I was like, ah! And I couldn't move, but we were like 600 meters in rough terrain. Very difficult walking area. Luckily we had two friends helping us, and the woman, Monique, she came with me. I was so grateful, because underway I was just crying from pain. It was very tough. And we're like in the biggest peak of the season now, because we have to prepare the garden and we have to clean the acequia and all these kind of things, and I'm done. I cannot do anything anymore for a couple of weeks now. And it's already better. It's like the third day after what happened. I can walk around a little bit for a while, and this is how I get out of the car. But it's a big fat you know.
No physical work at all, because it would just take too long to heal if you just overstretch it now.
So this is the only way how we can get water. We have no solution right now how we can clean it, because there's a deadline by half of May. And our neighbor knew a couple of guys who could clean it for 12 euros an hour, but they are cutting herbs on the mountains and they earn 15 euros an hour, so they prefer that, of course. And if we hire a professional company, we have to pay like 18 euros an hour, or
at least
18
or 19.
And I mean, this is very expensive, because we're talking about maybe a few thousand euros here to clean everything, maybe 2,000 or something like that. I have no idea, but it's so much work. And then my laptop crashed, so I cannot do anything for the organization right now, which is a pain in the ass as well. So a lot of things going on for us the last weeks, and now we have to come up with a couple of solutions. So finally, we hope to get the house on the market this week, our house to sell and to proceed with the project in the valley. Because it has been postponed for a long time as well, because I sprained my ankle, and then now it's the back, and there's always something. Dealing with stuff that comes on your pathway. But it is what it is.
We've still done a lot before all this happened.
Oh, we did one-fourth.
Yeah. No, I mean, we did the vegetable garden as well. We put the straw.
Part of
we
it.
put the,
Part of
yeah.
it.
And we cut the green manure, which is also a lot of work.
I really have to find them in between a jungle of green manure plants. But they're still here. Leeks. Well, quite adventurous natural farming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Some of them are quite small, but it's fine. First year. It's the first time we're growing leeks, so I'm very happy. Oh, look at that. We didn't raise the beds, but I think with the green manure plants, because they were in the shade, they turned out very well. Look at that, it's all white, it's fantastic. Jungle leeks. I think that's it. Oh no! Wow! More surprises. Well, we can put it in the freezer. But to be honest, I never expected it, because when we planted it, the plants looked very bad. They were very small and it took a long time. And this area was not particularly well in the beginning. But you see now how the green manure is doing. And they managed to grow anyway. So it means that in the upcoming years it will go better and better. It's very promising, I love it. I wonder if anyone else is growing leeks like this. Most people will. You know, like when we came back with the car and one of the neighbors was just looking at our garden, at the land, and he was like, "You really need to mow the weeds." And we were like, "It's full of green manure, it's good for the soil." They really have no idea what we're doing.
Well, sometimes we have no idea what we're doing.
That's true. In that part there was a lot of gyros, more the legumbre plants. And here is a lot of oat, you see, in this area. And we sowed exactly the same mixture. So it really depends on the area where different kinds of plants are coming up. We have so much more work to do here. Let's proceed.
In this place we didn't sow any green manures because we planted the garlic. And you can see the difference here between this part and look, the luscious part over there. So it really makes a difference just sowing some handfuls of seeds. So now we're discovering the next step of natural farming, and it's cutting all the green manure. So many green manure came up with this winter.
It's not really do nothing, isn't it?
It's not really do nothing, no. Maybe in a couple of years, but now it's really all hands on deck. But yeah, so now we're wondering about how are we going to plant any vegetables or put potatoes between all the roots of the green manure that's just in the ground.
We'll have some potatoes. Sure of that. What did you find?
Well, I opened the filter and I looked inside. I thought, this looks like something that used to be alive. And now I hope it's not alive, but...
It's a snake, no?
Yeah, it's a snake. So that's why the pressure was a bit low.
Yeah, it smells.
It smells.
It stinks. And that's a snake. Yeah. We have a little surprise, baby.
Yeah, what is it?
You want to see it? Look at it. There you go. She's still so small. We need a cat for catching snakes, as you saw. And also for mice and rats in the new house, because we will store a lot of food and grains, and we need a guard to protect the food. Yeah. Let's go back into your little house. Huh? So we really see that, you know, we're with two people, which is way too little, and if one of us is out and the other one needs to help, there is no one. So it helps you to think about it and to realize and to ask yourself questions like, okay, so how can we do this maybe in a different way? What are other possibilities? And then right now we come to the point where we see again there's money involved, while we want to do a lot of things, with as less money as possible. So yeah, I don't know how we can be creative here, or if we need a little bit of support or whatever. But this is the situation right now.
Yeah, and we did everything here the last few years just with the two of us, which was not such a big problem. But you find out that you have to make choices. What are the real things that we can do, and then the other things that maybe a bridge too far, because we also want to do a lot of work in the new house, but that's not going to work with your back.
No, yeah, I really, like, from now on it will be the doctor said it's going to be a weak point, so I just went to a local emergency because I couldn't do anything, and they wanted to pinch me.
Put a needle inside.
Put a needle inside, and I said, no, thank you, I don't want this. And he was like, what? You don't want medicine? But your pain is like 10 right now, and I can reduce it to 3. And I was like, no, thank you. I will do it in a more natural way, because I have not been taking medicine for over 10 years. And yeah, it takes a longer time, but we have our own things now. Like, I have a cream for anti-inflammatory, and some homeopathics from our neighbors and friends. And so, I can manage. It takes a longer time and a little bit more rest, but it's more healthy. It feels better for my body. So lots of stuff. But we stay positive, and
For sure.
yeah, there's nothing else you can do. Deal with what is coming on your pathway and then just find solutions. And there was amazing news because we received a couple of new designs from Maria and Jana. So I'm making a few designs for women's and men's wearing, which is very nice. I love that. And Maria has 2 songs that she shared with the platform. So slowly the platform is kind of growing a little bit, and you'll find more items not only for children but also for adults. But of course it will take a while to grow. Yeah, and then the books are... The Dutch version of the book will be printed next week. Ooh, feels like my birthday. Look, it's the book. Ah, it looks beautiful. It's completely finished now, and we hope to publish the English ebook as well.
It's really worth
Next
a read,
week.
because you'll read a lot about our process leading up to this point, your relationship with money, your insights around the nature. It's so amazing.
We had a lot of positive feedback
lot,
actually from
yeah.
the proofreaders. They were very, very, how do you say?
Positive.
Yeah, but every one of them took something else out of the book, and we had women reading it, and then a man, and more intuitive readers and more mental readers, and it was beautiful to see that it touched something inside each one of them. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how it will unfold. Let's hope. No, let me get back to the house now. I want to do it by myself.
Okay.
I will manage, I think. All right. Here we go.